Erica, just imagine if every day at Charlotte Douglas Airport were just as busy as the day before Thanksgiving. That's the reality laid out in this new report. Peter, we just heard from the president, who is here at the White House. He says he's committed to getting people back to work right away. I'm Jacqueline Fell outside the U.S. Supreme Court, where people are already lining up for a seat to get inside. Army personnel were taking the credit and the cash. Now, again, in just the past 5 minutes, we just saw 6 FBI agents leave the house. I reached out to the Pittsburgh VA, and we're still waiting to hear back. Blair, the president, said he'll bypass Congress to help the American people. One strategy of his relies on corporations and banks such as Bank of America.
Too many Americans are working more than ever just to get by, let alone to get ahead. Our job is to reverse these trends.
President Barack Obama says one of his top priorities this year is to make sure middle-class Americans feel secure in their jobs, homes, and budgets. A key theme throughout his 5th State of the Union was opportunity and putting the long-term unemployed back to work.
That's why I've been asking CEOs to give more long-term unemployed workers a fair shot at new jobs, a new chance to support their families.
Next week, the president will bring together a group of CEOs and other leaders who he says are committed to helping those who have been out of work the longest. Several companies, including Bank of America, have signed a pledge with the White House.
Tonight, I ask every business leader in America to join us and do the same, because we are stronger when America fields a full team.
South Carolina Senator Tim Scott says the president is asking a lot of banks and other corporations.
As a small business owner myself, what we're going to focus on is making sure that we hire the best employees for the quality of job that needs to be done.
Charlotte natives and Boston Marathon bombing survivors Nicole and Michael Gross are here in Washington. They were at the Capitol tonight for the State of the Union. They were invited guests of Concord Congressman Richard Hudson. Well, snow is really starting to accumulate at this hour, and combine that with a drop in the temperatures, and we have ourselves a dangerous situation here on the roads.
It's pretty nice. It'll be cool that it's
An abrupt end to an interview, a car crash while we were talking to tourists about the weather. Here's the car that hit a patch of ice and slammed into barricades by the Lincoln Memorial. The fast falling temperatures and mounting snow accumulations making for major travel problems. Leslie Cameron is packed and ready for an out-of-town trip that's now on hold.
I was going to New York, but they canceled all the buses today.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to go home and try again tomorrow.
The federal government shut down because of the severe weather, and even the White House canceled afternoon events. Tourists found much of the city closed because of the snow.
No, we're not prepared at all. We don't even know how to prepare, if you want to know the truth.
And no school for these Georgetown law students who headed to the National Mall.
You know, in Kansas, we wouldn't get a day off for this.
If it ever snowed in L.A., no one would go outside.
Visibility is becoming a problem. The Capitol here is only about a block and a half away. Now, snow is expected to fall late into the evening, and temperatures will drop to the single digits. Blair, today the U.S. House passed a bill that would allow people to keep their existing health care plans. That's what this local business owner told me he's been hoping for. Tony Hyatt runs a small landscaping business in Stanley County. He and his wife got word their health care premium is tripling from $311 a month to $963. He says the letter from his provider also said his deductible is increasing by $1,000.
It was a super surprise.
Hyatt says he expected his rate to increase, but not this dramatically.
I really am concerned that the way things are going, that the health care, quality of health care will go down.
Hyatt reached out to Congressman Richard Hudson, who tells me he hears similar stories over and over again.
This is a 1950s style, one-size-fits-all, the government tells you what you can have system, and it doesn't work. We need a personalized individual system.
The Manhattan Institute, a conservative think tank, estimates an average 27-year-old man in North Carolina can expect to see his rate nearly quadruple, a 64-year-old woman's rate triple. Families USA says that isn't true and calls Hyatt's policy letter a scare tactic.
Lots of people are going to get significant subsidies that were never provided before, and that's going to mean that their out-of-pocket costs are much lower.
Now, Hyatt tells me that he doesn't know enough about the tax credits to know if he's eligible. He did tell me he went online to shop for insurance plans and found some that cost even more. Reporting live in Washington, Jacqueline Fell, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.